Hello everyone and welcome to the Cannolo Report. I'm Giovanna Battaglia from the Cultural Department of Smashing Sicily, and we're broadcasting from Sicily. What you see in my background is a beautiful side of an antique car that usually the painting talks about a legend, religion, or a true story, depends on what part of Sicily you come from. Sicily is, according to the New York Times, one of the 52 places to visit in 2020. This is what the famous American newspaper writes. There is some rumbling on Sicily, and it's not just Mount Etna. A new wave of green tourism is washing over the Mediterranean island. And actually, judging by the current projection, it really seems that Sicily is a destination particularly loved by travelers from all over the world. Some see a good food, certainly are not lacking. So we're waiting for you in our land. And don't forget to ask us any information you need for your trip. We're here for this. Memo Gambina is a naturalistic guide who made a series of sensational discoveries in the territory of Custonaci in the province of Trapani, a sort of surprising Sicilian Stonehenge. Let's hear and see what he has to tell us.
Salve a tutti, il mio nome è Memo Gambina e sono una guida naturalistica della provincia di Trapani.
Hi everyone, I am Memo Gambina and I am a naturalistic guide. During excursions in my territory I found dozens of monoliths worked by the wind and water, but some of these had something strange, and investigating the topic I immediately understood that they were man-made. In fact, solstice stones are probably datable to about 6,000 years ago. I contacted several archaeologists who confirmed the discovery. One of these, truly sensational, is the Porta del Sole, a trellis with a central hall perfectly oriented to sunrise in summer and sunset in winter. So I'll wait for you in Custonaci, or if you prefer, Stonehenge.
Da suggerire al paese, famoso per i suoi marmi, il soprannome di Stonehenge.
And now, let's look at this nice report shot in a village close to Etna, Maniace. Christmas is just over, and locals had made a nice nativity scene with the ancient crafts of the Sicilians. Giovanni Vallone reports. We are in Maniace, a village nestled between the mountains and springs in the eastern part of the island, with Etna, majestic and imposing, to supervise the sky of Sicily. Here is the story about a river that was colored in red during a bloody battle between the Arabs and the Normans, and a castle that belonged to Horatio Nelson and his descendants until the end of the 20th century. During Christmas, the inhabitants realized one of the most beautiful nativity of the Trinegria, the ancient name of the island. A real ethno-anthropological nativity, full of curious characters from the Sicily of one time. We went around it along with Mr. Filippo, a local elder. This is the bake shop. She spreads the bread and the husband puts it in the oven. Down here is the traveler, and that's me, the peasant. That is the ciaramidaro. In Sicilian, the zampogna. The zampogna, together with the mandolin, the fiscaletto, the tambourine, and especially the marranzano, is the typical instrument of Sicily, and the tarantella, the typical dance. This is what drags the steers to clean the ground or to carry something. This is the shoemaker. I still remember as if it was today.
This one is shearing the sheep. Once the women worked the wool with their hands, they soaked it and made the clothes. At Maniace, the women went to the river to wash. They all joined together and shouted, "Let's go and wash the clothes, kumare."
Sai che girano 3, 4. Aprendo a lavare con mare.
I love being in contact with the Sicilians at one time, always generous and hospitable. Sicily is the land of the sun, good food and hospitality. The pasta, when they had any, was made in these big pots, once a week on Sundays. This is the charcoal burner. He used to do an important job. He cut up wood and then made fire to make coal. There was no heat once, and the charcoal served to warm us. Here in Maniace in the evening, we were all in the dark. There were lanterns with oil. The light came in 1965.
E questo ve lo ricordate le vostre mamme, le vostre nonne?
These are our mothers who made clothes.
Ai tempi i vestiti si facevano così. Quanta storia che veniva.
Here came the storyteller. Yes, of course. He stayed 2 days. I remember when he told us the legend of the bandit Giuliano. It was like this.
Voglio cantare a Cannolo la vita di Torino e Giuliano.
I want to sing the life of Salvatore Giuliano, the modern brigand and mischief. That's the knife grinder that passed through all the houses and shouted, "Women, the knife grinder has arrived!" Christmas in Sicily, as in the whole world, it's beautiful. And if you come to Maniace, you will discover yourself all the other characters of this nativity. But above all, do not miss the sausage and the walk to the spring trail.
Io in realtà a Pomazori.
Weather forecast mostly sunny on the whole island. Temperatures between 15 and 10 degrees in coastal areas. The sun rises shortly after 7 and sets shortly after 5 p.m. And now we point out some feasts and festivals, which are always an event not to be missed here on the island. January 26, Medieval Festival in Monforte, San Giorgio, in the province of Messina. February 1st and 2nd, there will be the Patacò Festival in Licodia e Eubea.
27esima sagra della Patacò e dei prodotti.
27th Festival of the Patacò, Cicerchia, a very noble and ancient legume that has been part of our agriculture for centuries. This year the event will take place inside the former monastery of San Benedetto in Santa Chiara, in Corso Umberto di Licodia e Eubea. During the 2 days, cultural activities, tastings, exhibitions and musical events. There will also be excursions to our places, and it is a good opportunity to visit our beautiful town. We look forward to seeing you in Licodia e Eubea on February 1st and 2nd.
Quindi vi aspettiamo a Licodia e Eubea, giorno 1 e 2 febbraio.
February 2nd, Feast of the Madonna del Soccorso in Sciacca, patroness of the beautiful town. The traditional rite of the Fumata, a cloud of incense spreads in the air, recalling the miracle of liberation from the plague in 1626. February 5th, the Feast of Sant'Agata in Catania, one of the most beautiful patronal feasts in the world. From February 3rd until the 5th, 3 days of worship, devotion, folklore, traditions. It is worth booking a trip just to see this extraordinary Sicilian feast. January 24th and 25th, symphonic concert at the Bellini Theatre in Catania. From January 26th to February 2nd, Parsifal Lyrical Opera by Richard Wagner at the Massimo Theatre in Palermo.
For any information, do not hesitate to contact our cultural department. We are available to all the world for anyone who desires Sicily. This is our mission.
Even though we always have a beautiful sun in Sicily, today the weather is playing tricks and the sun keeps coming and going. Let's talk about what goes on the island. Enjoying in our show here in Sicily is truly a unique experience. Opera music, theatrical performance, ballads, and symphonies can be admired almost everywhere. What makes this experience unique are the locations where these shows take place, such as this Greek theater in Tindari. There are many scenarios like these everywhere in Sicily, which have seen performances for over 2,500 years. Or the beautiful 19th century theaters of Catania and Palermo. This last one is the largest in Italy and the third in Europe. Another extraordinary experience is that of attending a concert inside one of the ancient Sicilian churches. A few days ago, this experience was lived by the beautiful Greek pianist Nefili Mosura, who played in the 17th century church of San Matteo Crociferi in Palermo.
Well, my name is Nefeli Musura. I come from Greece. I'm a classical pianist, and I love music in general. I love classical music. And I find that very magical. That's very magical about playing in different places. I very, very much enjoy playing in a church or in a place that used to be a church because it has a very unique atmosphere that makes you emerge in a different world. I love Sicily, first of all. I love it. I think it's like the paradise on earth. And since I come from Greece and we have very common cultures, very similar quality of life and similar values, I enjoy very much being there, and I enjoy very much the warmth of people. Of food.
What do you eat when you are in Sicily?
It's just the best in the world. I think Sicilian food, Italian food generally, but also Sicilian specialities are the best in the world. I love food. I love sweets. I love all the stuff with pistachio. I love them. It's just incredible, mind blowing. And of course, all the stuff with pasta. I'm dying.
In winter, chestnuts are not lacking in Sicily. In the Etna area, there's even the largest chestnut tree in the world, called the 100 Horses, because legend has it that the queen sheltered herself from a thunderstorm with her escort of 100 horses. It is also the oldest. It is believed that it may even be 4,000 years old. In Sicily, they are the sellers of caldaroste, the chestnuts made on the grill. You can find them on the street with your grill full of chestnuts. In Sicily, the streets are full of fruit and vegetable. sell them. So if you stop and buy something from them when you're here, it will be a wonderful experience also. This is Nino, who has proclaimed himself the fruit warrior. These caldarrosti are delicious and cost around 10 euros per kilo.
At the beginning of February 285 AD, Etna erupted, and within 5 days reached the city of Catania. The residents prepared for the lava river, bringing with them the veil of Sant'Agata, the patron saint of the city. As soon as they laid the veil on the ground, it stopped. In this exceptional video of the Lucci Institute of 1932, here is a group of Sicilian women dancing a typical tarantella. They have party clothes in a period where meat with sauce was made once a month and where they worked hard underground in the sulfur mines, and many Sicilians were forced to immigrate to seek fortune far from their land. And today, the children's children live a happy life. Kudishekku ne famulu, u primo kauche doso. The translation is, whoever donkey makes a mule, the first kick is for him. But the real meaning is, he who does good to the ungrateful receives immediately in gratitude. Passing numerous tombs and sepulchres excavated in the solid rock, some supposed by antiquarians to be of Grecian and others of Roman origin. In a few minutes, we've reached the Temple of Concord. This edifice, supposed by many to have been erected after the Punic War, is, with the exception of the roof and some small portions, still entire. It is still a very beautiful and harmonious specimen of the Grecian Doric architecture. It stands in lonely beauty near the edge of the rock, silent and forsaken, except by flocks of goats that browse among the odoriferous shrubs.
And we're back with our scheduling. On Wednesday 29, for the column somewhere in a square, we will visit the village of Maniace. We will laugh as usual. And with our camera, we will visit people's houses. There's also going to be a sheriff, a castle, and lots of sausage. On Monday, February 3rd, the video will broadcast an interview with Isabel Solman, the non-girlfriend of Il Commissario Montalbano, which in English is Inspector Montalbano, the famous television series shot in Sicily and broadcast around the world. The actress will tell us her Sicilian experience in Sicily. The interview was conducted by our Danielle Cotton. On Wednesday, February 5th, for the column This Is My House, we will enter the house of a Sicilian who still feels American, Joe Giuseppe and his wife Angela. To tell you the truth, they're my mother and my father. The next appointment for the Cannolo report will be in 2 weeks, on Sunday, February 9th. Before saying goodbye to you and wishing you a smashing Sicily, I wanted to remind you that everything we do it for the love of Sicily. We don't get no money or any funding from anybody. So please us to continue to do this and to show you all of Sicily, the real Sicily. You can make a small donation by going to our website, www.smashingsicily.com, or just call us at +39 47 59 13 083. Goodbye everyone, and have a smashing Sicily.